You know that feeling? That one where you suddenly realize you've finished your entire lunch but didn't actually taste any of it? Maybe you were scrolling on your phone or, work just completely took over your brain. Yeah, we've all been there.
Definitely.
But what if there's a way to kind of hit pause on that whole rushed, disconnected relationship with food?
Right.
Today, we're diving into something that could genuinely shift how you eat and, well, how you feel about it. Mindful eating.
Exactly. For so long, the conversation around healthy eating, it's been dominated by what to cut out.
Yeah, the rules, the restrictions.
All the rules of different diets. But what's often missed is just the simple, but actually pretty profound act of reconnecting with the experience of eating. Mindful eating isn't really about control. It's more about cultivating awareness.
And this deep dive, it was sparked by a really fascinating episode from the Your Health Deserves a Lifeline series, specifically on lifelines by CP28. It was titled Mindful Eating for a Healthier Relationship with Food by Dr. Surta Ramvishnoi. He's a physician, and he really champions this idea of looking at health in a more joined-up way.
Holistic health, yeah.
Exactly, holistic health. Recognizing how our physical, mental, emotional well-being, it's all linked.
It all ties together.
So our goal today is really to unpack the core ideas of mindful eating from these sources and give you some practical things, takeaways you can actually weave into your own life.
Right. Helping you not just manage eating habits, but maybe truly savor your food more.
That's the idea.
So let's get down to it then. What does mindful eating actually entail?
Good question.
It's really about bringing your full attention, your focus, to the whole process of eating. Think about engaging all your senses.
All of them.
Yeah, like noticing the colors, how the food is presented, being aware of the smells, the textures in your mouth when you chew, and of course, the different tastes.
Dr. Vishnoi had a great phrase for it. He called it meditation on your plate.
Ooh, I like that.
And that really reframes it, doesn't it? It's not like another task on your to-do list, but a moment of just being present.
Yeah, a pause.
And it's worth saying again, this isn't about the latest diet craze or, banning certain foods. It's fundamentally about tuning back into the act of eating, but with intention.
And what's fascinating when you think about it is how our modern lives have almost, trained us to eat mindlessly.
Oh, totally.
Think about it. How many meals are eaten on the run? Or standing at the kitchen counter? Or maybe your attention is just completely glued to a screen.
Guilty as charged.
We're practically eating on autopilot.
Tell me about it. I'm a champion multitasker sometimes, which often means lunch happens somewhere between emails.
Right.
And the sources really highlight the cost of this kind of distracted eating. We can easily overshoot our body's fullness signals, right? Which can lead to overeating, maybe weight gain.
Mm-hmm. And poor digestion, too. That sluggish feeling.
Yeah, that too. And you start to lose touch with those subtle cues, the ones telling you if you're actually hungry or if you're satisfied. And sometimes food even becomes like the go-to for dealing with stress or boredom.
Which isn't really about nourishment, is it?
Not really, no.
Exactly. And that's where mindful eating becomes such a powerful tool. If you connect this to the bigger picture, it's about consciously choosing to slow down just a bit amidst the chaos.
Okay.
To really engage with your food. And in doing that, you kind of reclaim a sense of control over your eating.
Okay, this is all making sense conceptually. But what does it actually look like, day to day? The Lifelines episode laid out a really straightforward 5-step approach.
Ah, yes, the practical side.
Let's dive into those steps. How can we make this a reality?
Okay, yeah. This framework is a fantastic starting point. The first step sounds almost too simple. Just pause before you eat.
Pause. Okay.
Dr. Vishnoi suggests taking just 3 deep breaths. And while you're doing that, really look at your food. Notice the colors, the different smells coming from the plate, maybe even the textures you can see.
So it's like a deliberate focusing act.
Precisely. Bringing your attention right there to what you're about to eat.
Got it. Step 2.
Step 2 is all about slowing down the actual physical act of eating.
Okay, slowing down.
This means really chewing your food thoroughly. You could even try counting your chews. Some people suggest 20 or 30 times per bite.
Wow, that many.
It sounds like a lot, but it makes a difference. And a really practical tip here is to actually put your fork or spoon down between bites.
Ah, okay, that physically stops you.
Yeah, it prevents you from just shoveling food in and gives your body a chance to catch up, signal-wise.
Makes sense. What's step 3?
The third step involves actively engaging your senses while you eat.
Okay, the senses again.
Pay close attention to the flavors, how they unfold. Notice the temperature. Is it warm, cool? What about the different textures you're feeling? Try sort of mentally describing these sensations to yourself.
Like a running commentary in your head?
Kind of. This level of sensory focus can totally transform how you perceive the meal.
Interesting. And step 4?
Step 4 is all about tuning into your body's signals, listening to your body.
Hunger and fullness cues.
Exactly. Throughout the meal, ask yourself, am I actually feeling hungry right now? Am I starting to feel satisfied maybe? Or am I eating just because the food's there? Or maybe out of habit?
Good questions.
Learning to recognize those subtle cues, that little rumble signaling hunger, or that feeling of ease that means you're getting, that's fundamental.
Right. And the last step. Step 5.
And the final step is to take a moment to reflect after you've finished eating.
After. Okay.
How do you feel? Energized? Satisfied? Or maybe a bit heavy? Uncomfortable? This little post-meal check-in done over time can give you really valuable insights.
Insights into what?
Into your patterns. Like maybe you notice you always reach for snacks when you're stressed, or you tend to eat really quickly even when you actually have plenty of time.
Ah, I see. Identifying those habits.
Exactly.
Now, one area the Lifelines episode really touched on, and I think this resonates with so many of us, is that emotional connection we have with food.
Oh, definitely.
It's not just fuel, is it? Food is so often tied up with comfort, celebration, memory.
Absolutely. And as the sources point out, we sometimes reach for food not because our bodies need it, but as a way to handle difficult emotions.
Like stress.
Stress, loneliness, frustration, even just boredom. Mindful eating isn't about cutting off those emotional ties. It's more about becoming aware, consciously aware of what triggers those non-hunger cravings.
And Dr. Vishnoi offered a really insightful question to ask yourself in those moments, didn't he?
Yes, that prompt.
Yeah.
Am I truly hungry or am I seeking comfort?
That simple question feels powerful.
It really can be, just pausing and asking. It's not about saying you can never find comfort in food, but about making a more conscious choice.
Maybe exploring other ways to soothe yourself.
Exactly. Or perhaps mindfully enjoying a smaller portion of that comfort food, if that's what you truly decide you want or need in that moment. Making it a choice, not a reaction.
Right, a conscious choice. Now, what about the science? Is there evidence this actually works?
Well, yes. What's compelling is that there's a growing body of research backing this up. Studies suggest mindful eating can be a really valuable tool for reducing things like binge eating episodes.
Okay.
It can also support healthy weight management, improve digestion, and even contribute to feeling better about your body, greater body satisfaction.
That's interesting.
Plus, it might play a role in lowering stress levels and helping people build more sustainable, healthy eating habits long term.
And this was a real eye-opener for me from the sources. Apparently, it takes about 20 minutes for our brain to register that we're actually full.
Yeah, that delay is crucial.
20 minutes. Think about that. If we're eating super quickly without paying attention, we can easily eat way past satisfaction before our brain even gets the memo.
Absolutely. It just underscores how slowing down, being present, can naturally help prevent overeating without needing strict rules.
Okay, so the benefits seem clear. But how can you actually start weaving this into your daily routine without it feeling like, another thing you have to do?
Yeah, you don't want it to be a burden. And the sources offer some really practical, manageable suggestions, things you can actually start doing.
Yes, these felt very doable. Like one idea was just aiming for one meal a day where you consciously cut out distractions.
Right. No phone, no TV, just you and your food.
That feels achievable. Another simple tip was trying slightly smaller plates.
A subtle nudge for portion awareness.
And taking those 3 mindful breaths before you start eating, like we talked about earlier, that's a great way to just set that mindful intention for the meal, isn't it?
Definitely. And chewing your food more thoroughly, maybe aiming for that 20 or 30 chews per bite.
Okay, I'll have to try that one.
It really can help with digestion and feeling fuller sooner. Also, just taking a moment to appreciate the food, maybe a quiet thank you in your head, it enhances the experience.
Gratitude, nice.
And a key principle is trying to stop eating when you feel about 80% full.
80%, not completely stuffed.
Right. Leaving a little room, feeling satisfied but not overfull.
And I think the most important thing to remember here, which came through, is that this isn't about suddenly being perfect at mindful eating from day one.
No, absolutely not.
It's more about gradually cultivating that presence, that awareness in your eating experiences, one meal, maybe even just one bite at a time.
Exactly. Progress, not perfection. And to give you a little taste, maybe, of what this focused awareness can feel like, we could try a very brief mindful eating exercise, adapted for audio, of course.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I'm all ears.
All right. So just imagine you have a small piece of food in your hand, maybe a raisin, a nut, a piece of fruit, whatever works for you.
Okay, got a picture.
In your mind, focus on its imagined texture. How does it feel? Its weight. Now bring its imagined scent, its aroma, into your awareness. What does it smell like? Does it evoke anything? Memories, perhaps.
Yeah.
Next, imagine placing it on your tongue. But don't chew just yet. Just notice that initial sensation. What's the first flavor you detect? Is it sweet, salty?
Okay.
Now slowly, imagine chewing it. Really pay close attention to how the flavors develop, how they change. Notice the texture changing as you chew.
Focusing in.
And finally, imagine swallowing it with complete awareness. And then just pause. Take a moment. Notice how your body feels right after.
Wow. Even just imagining that, it was surprisingly impactful.
Right.
It really highlights how much we usually just rush through the whole thing without really registering what's going on.
And that's really the essence of mindful eating. It's not just about the mechanics, the chewing and swallowing. It starts to reshape your whole relationship with food.
How?
Well, it offers a way towards feeling freer, freedom from those feelings of guilt or shame around eating, that constant cycle of overeating, then restricting.
Breaking that cycle.
Exactly. It puts you back in the driver's seat, empowers you to make more conscious choices about food.
So instead of a food story that's all about struggle or control.
Yeah, mindful eating helps you write a new story. One that's centered on nourishment, yes, but also enjoyment and genuine self-care, self-respect.
Nourishment, enjoyment, and self-respect. I like that framing.
So, in a world that's constantly demanding our attention, pushing us to go faster.
Always faster.
One of the most profound acts of self-care can actually be to intentionally slow down, especially when it comes to nourishing our bodies.
I love that thought. So the key takeaway for you, our listeners, should probably be to start small.
Definitely start small.
Maybe it's bringing mindful awareness to just one single bite of your next meal. Or maybe committing to one distraction-free meal this week.
Or even just remembering to pause and take those few deep breaths before you eat. Any little bit helps.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, as Dr. Vishnoy's work suggests, and as CP28 points out, mindful eating is about more than just physical health. It's about cultivating a greater sense of calm, of presence in our lives.
Connecting body and mind.
Mm-hmm. Building healthier communities, as their tagline says, one mindful moment at a time.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on.
Yeah, nice one.
Consider how incorporating just one small element of mindful eating into your day, just one, could maybe ripple outwards. How it might positively influence not just your relationship with food, but your overall sense of well-being.
It might feel like a tiny step, but the potential impact, it could be truly significant.